Welcome back to Quinte Connection. Thanks so much for joining us. Well, it is Women's History Month. We just got off International Women's Day, and here on Your TV Quinte, we had an all-female broadcast on our Your TV Quinte game against the Wellington Dukes and Trenton Goldenhawks. We talk a lot about the OJHL. What we don't talk a lot about is women in sports locally. So joining us now, 18-year-old from Belleville, Zoe Uens joined us. She might remember the Uens family. We've had her dad, Randy, on here a whole lot, her brother, Zach, as well. So Zoe, so nice to have you on our program finally, and congratulations with all your success so far.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So walk me through kind of what's happening with you right now, because we've learned a lot through little press releases and stuff about you in the PWHL.
Yeah, so right now our team's coming in this weekend is our last weekend of home games, and then we go into playoffs. In the PW, I play for Kingston. So this year, the PW is usually a bunch of teams that are all across Ontario, kind of like the OJ, but we're not split into divisions. And so we play from Ottawa all the way to London. And so our team this year, because of COVID, we just play up in the Ottawa loop, and they've added in some different teams, which is okay. And it's been nice to have games again, because last year we didn't play any games. But so this year we're just going into playoffs and coming into our last weekend at home. So, yeah.
We had local, women's hockey player Jackie Gerald on our broadcast doing color commentary, and she was telling us that when she was in high school, sometimes she would have, 4 nights a week in Toronto. She'd be back here in Belleville. So how do you manage the school and workload balance, especially playing hockey in Kingston?
I think for me, I'm in a gap year right now, so I've been through high school, but when I was younger, I started on the team when I was in grade 10, and I think just having your priorities set straight, and you kind of have to give up some things to get some other things done, so yeah.
Well, you're committed to Quinnipiac University. Why that university for you?
I think just their reputation as a hockey program, but more importantly as a school, is really, really good. I know Alexa Hoskins there right now. I played on her team. She's from Belleville as well, and she loves it there, and she can't say enough good things, and I've heard so many good things about it. I'm excited to get to go there.
So Zoe, describe your game for us. What's kind of your style on the blue line?
I'd say I'm a 200-foot player. I prioritize the defensive zone, but I also like to have some fun in the offensive zone, hopefully put some points up. So
Zoe, what was like at that national showcase last year?
Yeah, so it was pretty interesting because the year before that we had a lot of Zoom calls with Team Canada because we weren't allowed to go in person because of COVID. So the opportunity to actually get off the screens and get into the rink to prove yourself was pretty cool. And being at that level is just, it's not like anything else. And it's definitely a unique experience to get to be able to go there.
How long was that showcase? How long were you there for?
I think I was there for 10 days in Calgary. We stayed in a hotel and we were able to do lots of different things as a team, and it was really fun.
Did you meet any young women there that you continued to talk to, especially after that camp?
Yeah, lots of girls from the PWHL were there, and now when I see them in the rink when we play against them, I'll say hi to them. Or they're at school now, so when I go to the Quinnipiac, I'll be able to say hi to them, and I have them on social media and stuff like that as well. So you definitely make friends that stay with you.
Who inspires you? Is there a female hockey player out there that really inspires you, or a style of play you try to emulate?
I would say Renata Fast on Team Canada. She's a really good defensive defenseman, but also is really good in the offensive zone. I try to model my game after her.
What was it like at the height of the pandemic, especially as you mentioned, no games? Did you focus on different kind of training techniques or things off the ice?
I was lucky enough, our team was going throughout a lot of the pandemic, not all of it, but I work out with Jeremy Benoit, and he was sending us lots of different things we can do at home with backpacks and stuff like that instead of weights. And then when our team was lucky enough to go, even though we weren't playing games, we had a really good environment, and our team's really competitive. We had lots of inter squad games that we were playing 3-on-3 and stuff like that. So it was definitely a time that we were getting better still.
So how many days right now are you practicing or playing games? What's kind of the PWHL format these days? You mentioned the playoff format, but what's it like for you structurally in a week, let's say?
Yeah, so we practice as a team on Mondays and Wednesdays. And then after that, we'll go to CrossFit in Kingston and work out as a team. And then some of the girls have extra ice on Tuesdays and Thursdays that we get with different just power skating coaches. So we're on the ice all the time. And then Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays is when we usually have our games. So we'll either play like Saturday, Sunday or Friday, Sunday.
Lots to keep you busy as we continue to try to highlight more of these stories, and it's so great we can finally have you on the show. What's your message to young women watching this and young girls? Because in my age group, we didn't have a whole lot of things that we saw all the time when it comes to women actually on the ice playing hockey.
I think as hockey gets and reaches out to more young girls, I think it's important that they know that men's hockey has so many opportunities, but so does women's hockey. And I think that even though there's not a one professional league that they can see themselves in, I think reaching out and watching women's hockey is so important right now, and supporting it is more important than anything right now, because it can be a possibility by the time that they're grown up and by the time hopefully that I'm done school. And I think just supporting women's hockey and going online and following, interacting with women's hockey players is really important right now.
What do you hope to see on a national level, especially in the next 5 or 10 years, let's say?
I hope to see women's hockey players being able to support themselves through playing hockey at a professional level. I hope to see the U18 Women's World Championships being a priority like the World Juniors is. And yeah, just women being able to play hockey for a living.
Yeah, it's about time. Once again, Zoe Uens, congratulations on your success. So great to have you on the show, and thanks so much for walking us through what it's like for you and your story, especially as we continue to highlight this. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.